I am a Mocha Mom, and I am back with my reflection for 911. We're living in Troy, New York, which is near Albany, and I was shopping really early with my kids. I only had two kids at the time. My oldest two were really young. My oldest was 4 at the time. TVs in the kids section where the kids could watch cartoons, and all of a sudden the programming changed and they were showing the Twin Towers going down. And I just remember stopping and looking at the screen and being very confused and wondering if it was a movie. Was this the news? Could this really be happening? I was in shock and frozen at the time, and really kind of terrified because my sister works really close to the Twin Towers, and I remember wondering if she was okay, what was going on with her. I have a cousin that works near there, just trying to call around and figure out where everyone was, but mostly just being paralyzed by the thought that something so horrible could have happened on such a beautiful day. It was a sunny, the sky was blue, I was happy. It was such a lovely day, and something so horrible happened, and I just couldn't wrap my mind around that. But what I wanted to say was, after the thing happened, I heard so many stories about people who were late for work that day, so they weren't at the Twin Towers, or people that were uncommonly diverted so they didn't end up at the Twin Towers. And those stories are really encouraging. But what about the wonderful people, the people of God who were doing wonderful things for God, but they died that day, or just good people that died that day? And I just wanted to say that the good stories are so encouraging, but they're not a reflection on the people that did die. Not that God loved those people more and saved those people, and then the people that died deserve what they got. Not at all. Bad things happen to good people all the time in this tragic, fallen world that we're living in. So I just wanted to say, I'll never forget. One thing I thought was really interesting about the event was the way everybody came together. I know New York sometimes is viewed as a place where everybody's kind of cold and everybody goes about their own business. You don't look at anyone too long. You don't talk to anybody. I'm a New Yorker. I grew up in New York. I'm from Brooklyn. And I just thought it was really interesting. I remember politically that time, people had their issues with George Bush as president. But when those Twin Towers went down, it wasn't about George Bush being president and what people had to say about him. In New York, people helped each other. I remember my sister telling me that when the cloud, she works near the Twin Towers, tell me when the black cloud of debris headed toward her, she just kind of was paralyzed and transfixed. And a coworker grabbed her arm and pulled her along and dragged her and said, "Run!" And that's how she ran and didn't get assaulted by all of that. People helped each other. I remember seeing the flags everywhere, even in Troy. There were flags everywhere, and it just really, really, really amazed me how instead of pulling us apart, everybody came together. What were you doing that day? Leave your comment down below. Be blessed.